Oh shit, they're both coming in.
We're both coming at you.
Oh, I love this. I fucking love this guy.
Huh? What is that bitch?
These guys are ass.
They probably yeah, get it.
Oh, good shit.
The last picture
He just won that.
This girl looks hot, man. Say that again. This girl looks hot. That guy crashed.
Straight up left there.
Coming in, two, our spawn side.
Spencer getting whacked.
Yeah, they're wild.
Oh shit, that knife put me up.
Oh, and nice. I'm getting inside of the truck.
Hey guys, after far too long, I'm back here on Modern Warfare 2, and as you probably guessed by the title of this video, the thumbnail, the intro, all that, I have unlocked the Orion Camo. So I've actually had this camo unlocked for quite a while now. I unlocked it like Christmas Day, I think, like a long time ago, very shortly after this game came out. My last video that I uploaded was about almost being done with grinding out the gold camo, and I think in that video all I had left to do were all the SMGs, or a couple of the SMGs. I might have had like 1 or 2 done. So right now all I've got left to do is these SMGs, and then that's everything gold. I finished those pretty quickly. The SMGs I think were more annoying than a lot of other things. Like I remember specifically pointing out the last couple, like this MP7 is level 29, Fennec is 27, P90's 30. So those couple were the ones that I was like, oh, this is gonna take forever, and they kind of did, because as far as I can tell, those were the ones that had the highest levels. I think for some reason the SMGs had the highest spread of levels. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it's just because they thought people were just gonna rip through them. Those definitely took the longest, especially this level 30. I don't think there's any other gun in this game that was level 30. Oh no, right here, there's a couple. I don't know. It's been so long since I did the gold thing. I actually don't remember much about doing the SMGs. I feel like by the time I had done the SMGs, I was kind of just like autopiloting doing gold. Like I have a lot more memory of golds with the ARs and the snipers, because those were the things I did first. But the thing I remember most about doing everything was platinum. Platinum is not fun, and I did it wrong. So if at this point you still haven't unlocked Orion or Polyatomic and you want to at some point, I would like to offer some advice and tell you not to do it the way that I did, because I explained in that gold video that I kind of wanted to do everything in like sweeps, like one pass through. So I would do everything gold, everything platinum, everything polyatomic, but that was not a great idea, because doing everything platinum back to back was pretty awful, because platinum is 25 long shots, which doesn't seem crazy, and I think even for the pistols it's less than that. Yeah, for the pistols it's 15. But doing nothing but long shots, like gold was fun because it had a variety, but just doing however many weapons were in this game at launch, like 30 something, all long shots, is trash. That was not fun at all. I was lucky because when I did the first half of them, I think I got through like, I don't know, a decent amount of the classes, probably like 4 or 5 of them with Shoot House 24/7. I was able to just go down that middle area, but once Shoot House disappeared, scattered. Whatever I had left, I think specifically the marksman rifles, was tragic because I had to go on the ground war to do a lot of these. And there's, for some reason, I don't know if this is everyone's experience. Maybe I think I'm just bad at long shots and like setting up guns for this, because the marksman rifles have a very specific range that you need to hit long shots. There's far enough where it can be a long shot, but then too far for a marksman rifle to be a one shot, regardless of how tough you build it. Like the SPR specifically was the one that I did first, and I built it to try and be as thick of a damage range as possible, but it still just was not hitting the way that you think it would. So in my experience, there was really only one map that I could really even get most of the long shots on. I don't know what the map is called, but there's like a couple buildings that are scattered, and if you just run to the building in the middle, you could shoot down through the middle directly into the enemy spawn. But that relies on a lot of things. There's a lot of RNG involved in that, like how the game is going, whether you can get up to that building or not, which side you spawn on, because I think in ground war you can't flip the spawns. So if you don't spawn on the specific side where you can climb that building, and they are not spawning on the side where you could see them from there, then that's not the one. So Platinum was not an enjoyable experience, and if you are for some reason still going for Orion, or if MW3 has a similar camo grind where Platinum is the same thing, do it like once you finish a class, get Platinum then, and then if you want, then you could do Polyatomic all at once, because that was actually really easy. Like I said, it was around Christmas time, so they had that like snow shipment mode. It was really very easy to just go onto that map and just get headshots nonstop. I think I finished everything Polyatomic in like 2 or 3 days. I don't think I said this, I'm playing this Havoc mode. This has been out for a little bit now, and I haven't played it at all because I don't really play much of anything in this game anymore. I think the title of this video, I haven't decided what I want to call it, but it's gonna be something like I unlocked Orion, but MW2 isn't fun anymore. And that's kind of true. I feel like there's not a lot of fun to be had in this game anymore. Like, I think this game is great still. I really like the gunplay. I like the way this game feels. I like the way it looks. But I feel like we're so far into this game that there's still just not a lot going on. Like, at this point in the game, they update the playlists every week because for some reason they just refuse to have a normal UI still, almost a year later. So you can only play the things that are in this playlist, which is only like 5 or 6 modes. So I only get on here if they have any of the gunfight modes. I'll get on here to play gunfight. I think gunfight is great, but sometimes they don't have it because they don't want to have the normal playlist. Or they'll do like the seasonal camo grinds, which I think are really great. Like on this gun, I have the diabolical mastery camo. I have a bunch of other garbage on my gun because I just decided to, like, I don't know. I always used to have my guns clean, and I do if I have Orion, like I'll have a gun screen or something. But if I'm like grinding camos like I'm doing for this Chimera right now, I'll just like throw a bunch of garbage on it because I think it looks funny. But yeah, they do these like seasonal camo grinds now, which I'm sure everyone who cares about this game knows about, and I'll get on and do those. I think those are really fun. They're like mini mastery grinds. You just do like one challenge for each class. It's not like individual guns, but I really like those. I'm glad they started doing that. The mastery camo and the camo grind as a whole is like what I play Call of Duty for at this point. I'm sure there's a ton of people like me, and giving us those seasonal mastery camos instead of just having the one, I think is a really great idea. But this game, I mean, saying it's not fun anymore, it's a broad statement. Like, I do still have fun with this game. I think they kind of like gave up on this game too early. I think Modern Warfare 3 was always gonna be a thing, but at some point someone said that Modern Warfare 2 was gonna be a 2-year game, and now that Modern Warfare 3 is being revealed, they're like, nah, we never said that. That's crazy. I feel like they kept with their schedule of the stuff they wanted to release, but it's not enough. Like, every other modern COD has had so much more than this game has had. Like, it gets, you know, like 2 new guns every season, 2 new maps, 2 gunfight maps, but none of it is enough, and the stuff that they do release is like not good. As far as I'm concerned, there's like 1 post-release map that's actually good. Like, every map that they drop is just, it's bad. The gunfight maps are way better than the regular maps that they've been dropping. I think there's only like 2 gunfight maps that I really don't like, but there's just not enough of them. Another reason I get on here is to play ranked. I have like a little ranked squad. I would never play ranked by myself. I think ranked is not at all fun like solo queue. But you know, if my friends want to get on here and play, I'll play ranked. But again, ranked has just been the same thing since it came out. Like a little bit after it released, they added the Hammelmat Expo to the pool. But like, it's been 3 seasons now, 2 or 3 I can't remember how long ranked has been in here. I think it's been 3 seasons where it's just the same thing. Like, no new modes, 1 new map added in the entirety of the thing, but they've added like how many, I don't know, like 6 or 8 maps now at this point since ranked has released, and they've only added 1 to the pool. Like, there's a total of 5 maps in the entire ranked pool, 4 modes, and you can only play certain modes on certain maps, it just gets boring so fast. This game had a huge launch, and I think it had a lot of potential, and they just kind of threw. Like, they're saying things about Modern Warfare 3 that make it seem like it's going to be really good, but with how this game was, like, I think they had enough content to make it through the 2 years, but I think that they had Modern Warfare 3 on the back burner the entire time, and this was like the filler one. For me, I don't know how other people feel about this. I don't really pay attention to like Warzone stuff, but I don't like Warzone. I liked Warzone 1. I feel like it was more fun. I still never really liked Warzone 1, but Warzone 2 is just straight bad. DMZ is even worse. DMZ is like actual garbage, and they just never did anything about it. They were hyping it up like DMZ is the future of COD, and now we're almost done with this COD's life cycle, and DMZ is exactly the same as when it launched. I stayed in that lobby for way too long. I think that map is actually really good, but the fact that it's night vision, like, ugh, I feel like I'm skeptical about it now, but I like Call of Duty. I want to play Call of Duty. Any other shooter like Battlefield, Halo, whatever, they just don't feel that like shooter need the way that COD does. And maybe Modern Warfare 3 will be the great one. I know I said this last year and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be realistic about MW2, I'm gonna be realistic about Vanguard, but you know, they make them seem good. They make them seem fun when they come out, and I like the things that I'm hearing about Modern Warfare 3 so far. Most of the things I'm hearing about Modern Warfare 3. Like, they announced today that Modern Warfare 3 is gonna have zombies, but it's just like, I don't even remember what it was called. That garbage zombies mode from Cold War. Outbreak, that's what it was. I did not like Outbreak. I am round-based zombies all the way. Round-based Cold War is like one of the more fun zombies experiences, but Outbreak, they just like wanted to weasel Warzone in there somehow, and Outbreak is not good. And now they were like, Modern Warfare 3 is gonna have the biggest zombies mode ever created, and everybody was like, please, round-based, 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 and they're like, nope, it's Outbreak. Did people play Outbreak? Obviously they must have some kind of statistic that says that Outbreak did well, because they Cold War really hard committed to making Outbreak something. As far as I know, it had a lot of updates, it was constantly like being supported, and now they're doing it again. So I don't know, I've never met anyone that played Outbreak like that. But that's not something, I guess, against Modern Warfare 3, because Modern Warfare 3, I'm like, the multiplayer is what I'm playing that game for. I'm not really gonna play Modern Warfare 3 for zombies. I don't play Modern Warfare games for the side missions. Like, I was never a Spec Ops guy or anything like that. Although in this game, I haven't like really played them to their fullest, but what I have played of the raids are fun. The co-op missions are like whatever, they're, you know, but the raids I think are really cool ideas. There's a lot of games coming out that I'm excited for, so I'm not really like super upset that COD is not something that I want to play right now, because there's so much coming out, like Mortal Kombat, X-Defiant, Spider-Man. There's going to be a lot more videos coming throughout the end of the year, especially on X-Defiant. I didn't make any videos about the X-Defiant beta, but I really enjoyed X-Defiant, and when that comes out, I feel like that's gonna take up the spot for COD, at least for a little bit. I am always optimistic about COD. I always want COD to be good, but whether it is or isn't, I definitely am gonna be playing X-Defiant no matter what. So there's some stuff to be excited for coming up on this channel. So if you like this video, if you want to see more stuff that I'm gonna do, make sure to like, subscribe, all that. Hopefully my next video will not be 8 months from now, and that's it. Later.